Hey everybody, Ryan DeWitt here from DeWitt Physical Therapy, talking about how we're using the Neubie for muscle activation and also increasing strength and muscle size. So we're going to use Justin here as an example. So we use the Neubie a lot in our rehab in kind of that, really from that early phase all the way through rehab. But when it's time to start strengthening, we have some making up to do. We know that when people have an injury or have surgery, they're going to lose muscle size, especially in that quad. They're going to lose that connection between, or the sequencing between the anterior chain, so all this stuff, and the posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, low back, core. So we can use the Neubie to get more muscle activation, a stronger contraction, build more muscle, and tie it all together. So for here, we have, I got a pad here on Justin's VMO, which is one of those muscles in that quad that tends to shut down. I got another one up nice and high. I got one on the hamstrings. I got one on the glutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we can change it down to 55 hertz, which is just a different, like a more of a strengthening code or frequency. And then Justin, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start turning this up. This is gonna be for your quad. Tell me when you feel something.
Okay, starting.
Okay, tell me when it's strong, like a 7 out of 10. Right there. Okay, already. All right.
Turn it down a little.
Turn down a little bit. All right, great. I don't want it to be cramping or anything. Down, down, down.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, great. All right, here comes that posterior chain. Tell me when. Tell me when you feel something.
Starting. Okay, that's good.
Great. Okay.
It's actually turned down the front side now. That one's triggering.
Turn down the front side, no problem.
Yeah.
There we go. Just got to dial it in. Is that
There.
okay? Great.
Cool.
Get in a squat stance for me.
Okay.
And just nice and easy. I want you to give me like 2 to 3 seconds down and 2 to 3 seconds up. We're going to think about our position with these squats. He's got a great squat position. Feet about shoulder width apart. His knees are tracking over his feet. He's keeping his whole foot flattened on the ground. He's going to drive out of those heels, which is going to engage that glute and that posterior chain. So what we don't always want to do is make him do something super heavy, super fast, right out of the gates. Again, from a rehab perspective, we want to build on this muscle activation to build that strength over time. We also want to be protective of the healing tissues and the joints. So the cool thing with this is with that stim, pretend it's like not pretend, it really is. It's an amplifier. We are going to get more out of this exercise just because we got that stim on them. It's helping those muscles contract harder. If they contract harder, we're going to get them stronger over time. There's more neural input as well. Again, we also want to sequence them so that quad and that hamstring and that glute and that core all fire together. We're literally like binding that and integrating that together even stronger. We can make this harder on him as he moves through the phases of rehab. We can add weight, we can add speed, we can do all kinds of things, but we can take your basic air squat and really make it more effective. Put on some size, put on some strength. That's also going to get your healing hormones to release. All kinds of really good benefits happen. So just another way that we use it. It's not just for increasing the stimulation and turning down pain. We can use it to build some muscle too.